Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan battle video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the AGL Marcarita, which is a pretty interesting unit, I want to say. And obviously she's part of the Valentine's Day, I guess, sale, which you can buy with hot chocolate. So I thought it'd be a cool time to take a look at her, since I didn't have her before. So this is me being able to look at her at 55%. So it is Universe of Justice's Instructor, Universe 11's leader, obviously, or Angel, I should say. And she's a Universe 11 category of Ki plus 3, HP, attack and defense 130%. She causes supreme damage to the enemy, lowers their attack and seals their super attack. She has attack and defense of 110% with a medium chance of evading the enemy's attack, including super attack, plus an additional attack and defense of 11% with each attack performed, up to 44%. So after 4 attacks she'll be fully built up. She gives Universe 11 category allies Ki plus 3 and attack and defense of 40%, whilst also giving Realm of the Gods, Siblings, Bond and Bond of Disciple category allies attack and defense of 20%. She will randomly change key spheres of a certain type to rainbow when there's another Universe 11 category ally attacking in the same turn. She's got the Innocence, Brainiac, Solid Support, Cold Judgment, Shocking Speed, Godly Power and Shattering the Limit as her link skills, and she's on the Universe Survival Saga, Realm of the Gods, Siblings Bond, Bond of Master and Disciple, Universe 11 and Space Traveling Warriors categories, so pretty good stuff. She will give allies with multiple of the required categories, herself included, a total attack and defense boost of 20% per category, which means, to cut a long story short, units like Vados and Whis are going to be getting a 60% support boost from this character, including also units like Beerus, Champa, etc. So pretty solid stuff overall. And Vados is actually a fantastic linking partner for Margarita. So Vados and Margarita are really solid together. Very good. They share 6 links, which is incredibly solid, and they boost each other. So Vados gives Margarita 60% support and Margarita gives her 60% support, which is both really good. Margarita has her medium chance of evasion, whereas Vados has her high chance of evasion. And yeah, just in general, a really nice combo. They're both seal, they both lower attack, so they're a pretty powerful combination for things like ESBR, SBR, which I think is pretty cool. So yeah, really excited to see how good they are. In terms of the links for Margarita, I think her link set's pretty solid. She has some really strong individual links in the form of Cold Judgment, Brainiacs. Shocking Speed is an okay key link. Shattering the Limit also covers her for key, generally speaking. She does also give Ki plus 3 to Universe 11 characters, which does help. Although the rainbow requirement's a bit difficult to get, considering Universe 11 is pretty small. It's only a bunch of Jirans and Topos, I believe, that you're going to be able to reliably use. And even then, a lot of them have aged. I think really in Topo, Tech Jiran, the LR, the Strength Jiran, Dispo, it's not looking good for Universe 11. It's a pretty small category. But on a Realm of the Gods team, I think she looks really solid. We've got her here, looking in a pretty decent position. You can see she has a bit more key than Vados because of that 3 key that she has baked into her passive, which is very good. So she's not lacking for key, which I think is something important. It makes her life a lot easier, considering super attacks are very pivotal to her increasing her defense and her attack. But yeah, overall she's pretty well supported here, over 90% support, so that is something important. She would have had around 155, 60-ish K defense after the support from Whis, or Beerus, I should say. And 1.7 million is a pretty good starting point. We're not under a super high lead or anything, we're not under a 200% lead, so yeah, I would say overall she looks pretty solid. Remember, she is going to build up as well, and the way these boosts work is obviously a little bit multiplicative. So after she's activated all 4 of her attacks, she'll actually have a total boost of 346%, which is pretty solid. It's going to boost her defense quite sizably. And you will see that next turn, her defense will continue to go up, and she's going to continue to look more impressive as the event goes on. Now, I think she's a good unit, and I think with Rainbow stats, she could look really, really solid. That extra defense from rainbowing her does give her almost like an extra 50% on what she'd have here. So she's at 152, she'd be looking like she'd be at around 220 on a rainbow level, which is pretty good. 220 defense, medium chance of evasion. It's not game breaking, it's not, you know, red zone breaking, but for such a casual general banner unit, I think it is pretty good. And it's the same with her attack. You know, you'd be looking at about 2.6 million, which is pretty good again. So yeah, I think in terms of build, I do think crit is the way to go. You don't get a lot out of her additionals. You do get a second, you know, dose of lowering attack, but this doesn't help too much. It helps in the SBR and the SBR, but that's about it. And then you do get the seal, which does help as well, but you only need to seal a unit once. Like on the very off chance that you finish a unit with an attack and then get another one and you seal 2 units somehow, I guess that's a bonus, but it's very, very particular situation. So I would say crit is probably the best way to go. Some people might even build might even build evasion on her to obviously maximize that medium kind of evasion. But I think, personally speaking, it's very, very, you know, I don't want to say like debatable, but I think like evasion on evasion units is something that can work, but also I don't really like the whole doubling down on evasion thing, considering it limits the unit and their offensive potential. Because, you know, killing enemies is kind of the end result of the day, and without crits, a lot of lower attack stats can really result in like nothing. But yeah, we've got a pretty good setup. This is all her links active, no support on the rotation, but you could see that attack and defense growing again, which is very, very good. And she's going to hit pretty nice attack stat here, 1.97, which is again relatively solid. So 1.97, very, very good. With another attack, she probably would have been sitting above the 2 mil mark, and with support around 2.3. So Rainbow version, we can anticipate to regularly hit around 3 million attack stats, which isn't bad. I think, yeah, personally speaking, she looks pretty good. I do think there are obviously some caveats. I think medium evasion's not high enough to rely on consistently all the time, which is a little bit of a shame. And I do think there's also, you know, debate as to whether, like, you can run a unit with such low evasion, etc. But I think for the most part, it's pretty decent stuff. I think most players will not struggle outwardly with using Margarita, and I think she's a great addition to a lot of her teams. She's not on Pepe Gals, neither is Vardos, for whatever reason, because Angels can't be Pepe, I guess, which kind of makes sense, but I don't know. I'm not going to comment on that one. But yeah, link-wise, she's pretty decent. There's not, you know, obviously barring Vardos and Whis, there's not a lot of units she shares a huge ton of links with. Weirus is a great option. Beerus or Champa, those type of units are also very good. But beyond that, then things start to dwindle down. She does have some pretty nice, surprising units that link well with her, but then aren't on her categories. So, like, for example, you're going to see Mai. Mai is a great linking partner for her that you could maybe run on an AGL team if you need to, for like ESBR or something, but you can't really run them outside of, you know, that content because they don't fit on any categories together. So her not having Pepe Gals is a bit of a bummer. There's some units that link great with her but don't share a lot of categories or any categories at all. So your best bet if you want to link her up is to go with Vardos. But generally speaking, she is a floating support unit. Eventually one day when we get like 2 really good Beeruses, when the Beerus and Whis ally EZAs and the physical Beerus EZAs, that's going to be like peak for the Beerus team. Like Beerus will be able to function, all the Whis will be able to function. You can throw on Vardos, you can throw on Margarita, and these units will be great. One thing that's awesome is her kit is set up to have an incredibly good EZA down the line, with high chance of evasion down the line, potential raising on her super attack. She could become very, very good, but I think right now she still is very, very solid, and she's a great unit to just help out any Realm of the Gods team. Pretty much any team she's on, any unit that's got this much support is a lot of fun to run. They make the teams run a lot better. That's gonna be it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, and I'll see you guys next time. Until then, take care and bye.